What's up, everyone? We're back with the Roundup on Rocky Top on the Players Lounge. I'm Jake Merklinger.
I'm Gaston Moore.
And today we brought on a special guest, someone who's really close to us, Philip Lund, a.k.a. Dees. He's a student assistant in the quarterback room. Kind of introduce yourself, Dees, like where are you from, what's your major in school, what year are you?
Yep, I'm Philip Lund. They know me as Dees. I'm from Knoxville, grew up in San Diego, but went to Webb. I'm a junior in college, and yeah.
Nice. How'd you kind of get into being a student assistant?
Yeah, so I was terrible in high school, like god awful.
At football?
Yes, but I wasn't really ready to give it up. So I was texting any coach with an open DM, asking like, how can I get involved?
Yeah.
At any school, D3, NAIA, here, anywhere. And I texted our quarterback analyst, Mitch, and I was like, hey, what advice would you give me? And I was expecting him to be like, hey, help out with the middle school. Like, leave me alone, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
And he asked me if I wanted to come help, and I was like, heck yeah, of course. Like, it's a good opportunity. So I interviewed. They asked me if I was going to be in a frat. I said I wasn't planning on it, and here we are. So
Nice.
How, like, thinking about it in high school, how did you know you were going to be this busy? Because, I mean, like, every time I'm in the facility, you're there. I know those hours are long for you guys.
No, I really didn't. Like, I didn't think that at all. I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to have social life. I'm going to do this and that and that and this. But, yeah, no time.
But I'm sure you've learned so much.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. Just being able to pick different people's brains, like Coach Halsley, Mitch, KZ, Hype, Jared, who's at USF now. Like, that's been a really good experience for me.
Y'all been with each other for what, 3 years now?
Yeah.
2 or 3 years now, so y'all gotten pretty tight.
That's crazy. It feels like yesterday.
Yeah, it does.
He's always telling me you've changed a lot since you've been here, like been in the quarterback room too.
No,
like,
I have.
You got a haircut, got a mullet going now. So
Yeah, I used to have crazy hair. My big curls, I'm trying to get it back, but
nice.
yeah,
Nice.
it's crazy.
Coming off our second bye week, how do you guys feel things were different this week, or this bye week than last bye week?
I feel like we're like more dialed into like the little details. Like Coach Halsey's been emphasizing it all week. Just like, don't take this bye week as like, okay, we know it already. Like, study it more, know it better than you've known any other game plan throughout the entire season.
Right.
I think that's been like an emphasis and something that everybody in the building, players, coaches, everybody has been really like focused on.
Yeah.
So,
No, I think for fans out there who may not realize when we have a bye week, we still prepare as if we're playing that week. So like last week, we were preparing for Kentucky. We put in our game plan. We went through kind of all the normal process like we would for a game week. And I think where we went wrong, well, not necessarily went wrong, but where we took for granted before we played Arkansas was we felt like we have an extra week. We can maybe not get into our playbook as much, maybe not get into the game plan as much, whereas this week everybody's been super dialed into it and kind of not taking that for granted, but using it as a way to study more and get more into the game plan.
Yeah. There's other schools that come off bye week and, lose. When you're playing SEC teams, when you're in that stretch, you can't, it's literally like you got to just keep practicing and you can't take anything for granted.
Right.
Come back and bite you in the butt.
I've talked to a couple people too. Obviously, bye weeks are great for our bodies. Like we get a week off and we're not having to go through the physical strain of a game and maybe the same practice regimen. But I've talked to some people who really don't like bye weeks because they feel like if they're hot, they continue. Like they can just keep it rolling and keep going. So,
no doubt.
I mean, it's...
Yeah, like last week, we started clicking really well in the second half against Bama.
Right.
And maybe some of our players felt like, I want to play this week because, we're getting ready to start rolling for real.
Yeah.
In the bye week, not that it's going to, but it's just another week off.
Right.
So you got to wait 2 more weeks to play, but.
Yeah. Speaking of the Bama game, that was fun. That was a really good experience. That's always good to get a win against them. Fans stormed the field again.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was cool. I got to experience that, which was awesome.
Were you here for 22?
I wasn't ever. So, funny story about 22. I was supposed to come to the game, and a hurricane moved my homecoming dance. So I chose to go to my homecoming dance instead of come as a recruit to the game.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I can't really blame you for that one.
And at the time, I was like, oh, it's a no-brainer. And then I saw what happened, and I was like, man, I may regret that.
Yeah. That's funny.
But no, I think, like you said, Gaston, our offense started clicking really well in the second half first game. Did you see, anything in particular that you feel like we did well that kind of made us click?
I feel like it was just at halftime, we kind of got to settle down, like talk it through and just reevaluate, like, okay, we're not hitting what's going on. And then something just clicked, I guess. I don't really know exactly what it was, but the energy and the mindset kind of flipped a switch and was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go smoke a cigar. So
yeah.
it's kind of how I felt.
Yeah, no doubt.
Somebody said that they were pumping crowd noise in Neyland.
Yeah, which is not true.
No shot.
No shot.
We
No
don't
shot.
pump crowd noise. We're not one of those teams. Because there's definitely schools out there who do it. In case out there people are wondering, there's definitely schools who pump crowd noise, and we're not one of them. So I think there are some people who kind of took a pretty big offense to that.
Yeah, they should.
As they should, yeah. Our ideas kind of like dive a little bit deeper into your role as a student assistant, kind of like being with us on the sideline and everything like that. People may not realize like how important your job is, but it is really important to us.
Yeah, so basically what I do is I'm an extension of the coaching staff. So like whatever they need, I'm trying to be the first one to do it, help them out.
Right.
Like take less off their plate so that they can focus on you guys more. So I'll help out with any sort of film stuff, like breaking down film, just watching film with you guys in our spare time, right? Like both of you guys text me a ton asking to get extra work, stuff like that. And that's probably my main role. On game days, I'm down on the sideline. Mitch is down there now with us, but last year and then for the first bit of this year, I was the only one on the headset.
Yeah.
So talking to you guys through different adjustments and trying to keep you guys calm in game throughout different situations is really what I do. I feel like another thing I do at practice, I guess, is just help out wherever I can, kind of like a equipment manager in that sense, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much my main role as a student assistant.
I think you help a lot too. Like I remember my first game, even the spring game, you always come up to me right before I go in the game, whether I wasn't nervous, but even if you thought I was nervous, you'd come up and like crack a joke or something and get me to laugh a little bit, which definitely helped a lot. And then practice is always funny watching this guy run routes. So.
All right.
And individual drills here out there like Devontae Adams, so that's cool.
No, my hands are not there at all.
They're going to be there. You'll get it.
I hope so. Maybe one day.
How have you seen these grow since he's been here?
I've seen him grow a lot. Like when he first got here, he barely talked. You know, you knew about football, but like at this level, you learned really fast. When you first got here, it was like when we watched film together, like we would kind of be asking each other the same stuff, and now like when we watch film together and I ask you questions and stuff, you have an answer like really fast, and it's pretty impressive how fast you've learned.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, bro, just keep doing your thing. So this week we got Kentucky, Halloween weekend, black uniforms.
Yep.
What do y'all think?
I'm excited, dude. Nothing's funny. I'm excited to wear the black. I think it's gonna look good. It's a night game. I'm excited for it. What about you?
I'm excited too. I think that video that our social media team put up,
dude,
I know that
sweet.
thing was sick.
Bro, yesterday it was like only on TikTok for 8 hours, and there was like 2 million likes, I think.
Yeah, no, we got like something like 5 million or like 10 million
Really?
views. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Those dudes are crazy. I don't know how they like do all the different editing and all that. Like I could never.
They put out something on Instagram. I saw Noah put out something on Instagram today, like how they made the video, like kind of the graphics behind it. It was super cool.
I haven't seen that yet. That's sick.
Yeah, that was.
That's why Trey put on his Instagram
The
trophy.
Yeah.
He's giving it to Noah because of that video. Sweet.
Yeah.
I want to know what the old video was though. Like I feel like it was probably one of those meme ones that they used to do.
It was that haunted Rocky Top song with the video.
That thing's sick. I hope they
that
play
came out
that,
last
dude.
year.
Yeah, they definitely will.
I heard him play it once. Did they play it when we played Florida?
I think they played it at Florida
on
and
like
Bama.
third down.
You just couldn't hear it during
I
Bama.
wish we could play it more, dude. That's
That
like,
song's tough.
I think it's sick.
It's sick.
I think it's a good third down song.
Yeah.
Like after
it
all
is.
the other ones.
But kind of, what are your thoughts on? What are you guys' thoughts on Kentucky? Kind of gameplay wise, personnel wise, anything like that? How you feel about them?
Yeah, like I said, playing in the SEC, everyone's got a lot of good football players. I think they're a really good football team. We're not gonna be able to just go in there and walk through and win. We're gonna have to, have the right mindset and go beat their butt.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, to win in this league, you have to play really well every single week. It's like the NFL.
No doubt. Like I think they're a really good team. I think they got some dang good defensive linemen. Like, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that one. I think that'll be a good test for our line to keep developing and
Yeah.
getting more game feel with each other and all that. And I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
dude. I
excited to play
think
'em.
they're like, I'm pretty sure they're top 25 defense in the country, like statistics wise. I'm not.
They might be.
Don't quote me on that, but I think I saw something like that.
They could be.
They're really talented. They're long. They're fast. So and they're coached really well. So I'm excited for that.
They play as a unit really well together too.
Yeah.
So.
And they don't like us.
No.
Yeah,
Well, we
it's-
don't like them either. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
No.
a huge.
It's a big rivalry.
Like, what Coach Hype says all week, like, you know, when we watch them on film play against other teams, basically, how he says every week with every team, they play us different. I think Kentucky's going to play us at a different level than they have been in the past, you know, like against Auburn and stuff.
I
So we're
agree.
going to have to, like I said before, we're going to have the right mindset going into this game.
Yeah.
I agree. Makes it more fun though.
Yeah,
I like
for
when people
sure.
take their shots at us. Like
Yeah.
it's just fun to see what they give us every week 'cause it's always
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it competitive, dude. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, it's like, I like, obviously, we don't get into all the extracurricular. Like, you'll never see me, guys, even you'll never see us on social media talking or saying anything like that. But it's kind of cool when there's a little bit of trash talk going on between the two teams. So that's what makes rivalry games.
I agree.
Speaking of Kentucky, Dylan's 2 touchdowns away from breaking the single season touchdown record in Tennessee history, which is really cool for him. He deserves it. He works really hard, so hopefully he can get those 2 touchdowns. And if he doesn't against Kentucky, he'll get him in the next game or the next game after that. So
I feel like he will. He had a great game against Kentucky last year.
did he?
He went off,
That's when he, like,
blew up.
separated himself
Mm-hmm.
from everybody else. I remember, I think, right?
Yeah, it was that going into halftime drive. They couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
Just check down, run play,
Yeah.
check down, run play. Like he was killing them
Yeah,
last year.
dude.
So I'm
No.
excited to see him do it again.
Yeah, that guy works really hard. He deserves everything he's getting.
For sure.
I think he definitely is going to get that record.
Yeah. He's been balling out all season, dude. I mean,
No doubt.
just rushing yards, touchdowns, but even more than that, there's so much more to being a running back than people realize. Pass protection and, you know, maybe helping out here or there. I know anytime he's not in practice, he's always standing next to me, and I can kind of pick his brain, a guy who's been there for a little bit. We talk to each other about scheme and all that stuff, so he's been a really, really good leader for our team.
Yeah, another thing that I think helps him out is how smart he is.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, you know, I'll be looking at the signal or something, and I'll be like, damn, what is that? And D-Samp helps tell me.
Yeah.
Like right away. Or like if there's there's a front we have to check, he'll know like when to check it. He understands what we're doing as an offense instead of just like, you know, he's getting the ball and running. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that separates him. That helps a lot.
100%.
I agree.
Kind of the whole running back room's been playing well, but I think that comes from his leadership and everything like that. I know Peyton, I'm really close with the freshman we had on. He said he's helped him tremendously since he's got here.
Yeah.
Just learn the playbook, even life too. Just how to kind of go about your business as a professional.
Yeah. No, D-Samp's been awesome. He came in. He's a my grade. I still remember the first summer I got here, like, he would come into the QB room and click through the installs, and I didn't know what the heck was happening. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, sick, like,
Yeah.
press COC, whatever, and he was just, like, being able to, like, teach me his position, like, already as a freshman, and he got there that summer, too. It was crazy. Like, it was a really good experience for me to, like, learn, okay, there's a lot of different pieces to the puzzle and all that stuff. So he was big for me.
Yeah.
even, So.
Can play the guitar too, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can he really?
Yeah,
And
dude,
he brings it to the hotel sometimes.
I'm trying to
I
learn
didn't
how
know
to play the guitar, and he knows how to play. I'm like, you got any advice? That's one thing you can't teach me. I'll say that. I've tried to like learn from him, and I'm just so lost at what he's saying. He can teach me football, but I'm lost at what he's talking about in the guitar.
What instrument would you guys want to play if you could do it?
Drums. for
Really?
sure. Yeah, I think it'd be sick.
Dude, imagine me in like a drum line. You know what I mean? That'd
I
be
wouldn't want
sick.
to be a drum line.
I'd want to play. I'd want to just be really good at singing and play the guitar.
Dude, yeah, what?
I
Like,
I want to be. I'd try to be a country singer like that.
all right, Riley
Okay.
Green.
No.
Riley
Isn't it
Green,
the
Morgan.
best
No, I would definitely want to be able to play the guitar too. That'd be sweet, dude. I feel like if you're really good at playing the guitar, you don't have to be all that good at singing. Call me crazy. Like you ever see those musicians? They're just really good at playing the guitar, and
Yeah, I
they're
mean,
average singers.
if you have like a couple
Yeah.
good hits, and you know, like in your concerts, you just like you know how to
Entertain.
make people go crazy. Like I think
Yeah.
you can be successful in that industry. But
Right.
Dude, the SEC is crazy right now. Speaking of, I know, like Texas A&M is the only undefeated SEC only undefeated team in SEC play. There's a ton of teams with one loss. We have one loss. Georgia has one loss. Texas has one loss. LSU has one loss. So I don't know. I didn't look into any of the tiebreakers and any of that now because you don't have East and West. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how the whole thing plays out with who's playing in the SEC championship.
Yeah, I watched that Texas Vandy game.
Yeah, that was close too.
Was awesome.
I just watched it, bro. Vanderbilt's good.
Yeah, they are.
Diego Pavia, he's the real deal. He's
That
got a
kid's
little
a
bit of
stud.
Manziel to him.
Yeah. Nah, he's
Did
good.
you watch the game?
I was watching it live, yeah.
It was sick.
Yeah, bro. I think like in this last home stretch of all these games that everyone's playing, we'll be able to really tell like who's
Yeah.
going to be in the top and SEC championship and all that.
A lot.
Because each SEC team has like 3 or 4 more games, SEC games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean anything can happen. So
And a lot of the one loss or even the undefeated teams will play each other. So it'll kind of make it known as who's better.
yeah.
No doubt.
So some of the other key players that I think have done really well this season, Cooper,
Yeah.
dude, he's always like, he doesn't ever complain about anything if he's hurting or anything. He just gets out there and works his butt off.
He's a bad dude, man.
Yeah.
That's someone I really look up to on the team as a leader, and he's tough as nails. He does everything right. And he's really good. So.
You can tell when he's on the field when he's not.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
It's a really good way to put it.
But I think you got to be like that to play O-line in this level. Like you can't. Like off the field, he's probably one of the nicest guys on the team. But
100%.
when we're warming up against Georgia, he's ready to run through a wall.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
He's got some stuff to him, which
Yeah.
I love. So
I was a big fan of his brother growing up too, and when he played at Georgia, and then when he came to Tennessee, it was like super cool watching him, and then not getting to play with Coop is pretty awesome.
no. Someone else that I feel like has like really done a good job this season, like of coming along and kind of building this Chris, like
Yeah.
especially in the Bama game, like I really feel like he showed it, and like that's the first time like I've been like, that's the Chris I know.
Yeah.
Like
He played well in the Florida game too.
yeah, he did.
But we've been watching him do stuff like that since spring ball.
Since the
Yeah.
second he got on campus,
Yeah.
him versus Mod and one-on-ones every day has been
Dude, it's awesome
crazy
to
to
see.
watch.
Everybody knows, everybody saw Jamad's pick. Jamad's an elite player, Chris an elite player. So watching those guys go at it, even getting to throw to those guys when they're going against each other, it's really cool.
Yeah. Even Dante, I think Dante's done really well this season.
Yeah, he's crazy underrated. Like
Yeah.
I feel like he's another guy that's came a long way. Like from last season to this season, like the steps he's taken, like it's been awesome to see. I'm really happy for him and excited to see what he keeps doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that catch Chris made in the back of the end zone was elite ball placement by Nico.
Yeah, it was.
It was nice to see that.
I feel like, yeah, you're right. It takes like one play to, kind of switch the momentum of the game. That play that Nico rolled out to his right and threw that bomb to Dante,
That was a ball.
that was a really good play by both of those guys. And I feel like that switched the momentum.
Right.
And then we went back
100%.
down and scored after that, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did. I
Yep.
think the next drive might have been the Chris touchdown.
I think it was.
Because Dante catches it, Samp runs it in from like the 2.
Yeah.
Then the next drive is Chris's touchdown.
It
Pretty
was
sure.
either the next drive or the drive after or whatever. But
Right.
anyways,
Right.
I think that was something we did really well.
No doubt. I agree.
All right, everyone. That's a wrap on this week's episode of the Roundup on Rocky Top. Thanks, Phil, Dees, for coming. We had
You're
a
welcome.
blast. If you have any questions for Dees, follow his Instagram. Add him on
Lund.
Snapchat.
So his name's Philip, but we call him D's. Wait, how did you get that nickname?
That's an inside joke. We'll keep that on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like,
Are you good for real?
I forgot how you got D's.
You remember Jack Taylor?
Yeah.
So do you know Jack Taylor?
No, I wouldn't
probably
know Jack Taylor.
So he's the tight ends coach at USF now, but he was here my freshman year. Him and Mitch are like best friends.
Okay.
So it's my second day, and they keep calling me D's. I'm like, who is D's? Like, I have no idea. And D's, come do this, come do that. D's, da 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 da. And I'm so confused. And it gets into like the season. I still don't know why they're calling me D's.
Right.
Caroline Taylor. I'm walking to O staff to go fill up the snack bowl, and Caroline goes, D's, do you know why your nickname is Phil or D's? And I was like, no. And she goes, Philip on these nuts? I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh, my God.
Oh, jeez.
I love it. I think it's so funny.
Yeah, no, but like when I was getting recruited to Tennessee, man, that by the way, forget we're gonna talk before we get to the outro. When I was getting recruited to Tennessee, and they're introducing me to everybody, I'm going in the quarterback room and they're like, "This is D's," and I'm like for real, like D's? And they're like, "Yeah, would you call him D's?" And ever since I've been here, I've never called you Philip once, and you don't want to be called Philip, so.
No, I think it's funny.
During our first media day, we were talking about everyone in like our quarterback room. And this is when you first got here, and I forgot your name, but I remember D's. So I was like, yeah, D's Lund. And I was like, oh,
That's so funny. No, I was wearing my D's chain out one time, and some dude comes up to me and goes, is your name D's? And I was like, yeah, it's a family name. It's Peruvian. He was like, oh, like, my family names is Dietz. D-E-T-Z. I'm like, dude, that's sick. Like, we're really close.
Dude, you're funny.
It was so funny.
No, but that's going to be it for this week's episode. Thanks, Dees, for coming. Follow me on Instagram at Philip Lund. And looking forward to seeing you guys at the Blackout night game.
yeah.
You got anything to add?
Appreciate you guys watching and listening. See you guys soon.
Go Vols.